Yes, hello Nitin. Welcome on YourPedia platform. And let's start your RAC snap for your final JKPSC interview for
Okay,
the
sir.
post of Assistant Engineer in Public Works Department.
Yes, sir.
So Nitin, what you prepared in that subject, refrigeration?
Uh, Sir, I prepared it wholly. Anything you can ask, sir.
Okay. So tell me some of the mechanical methods by which we can produce refrigeration.
Mechanical method, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, first is by using, sir, work input as in VCRS, vapor absorption compression cycle, sir. Yes, sir. In this, we have four components. One is throttling valve, one is compressor, other is evaporator, and other is condenser. So what we do, we provide work to the compressor in which the working fluid gets compressed, and it is then taken to the condenser, in which it passes and loses the heat to the external environment. After which, what happens that we move it to the throttling valve, where there is reduction in pressure as well as temperature, and the liquid refrigerant gets converted into liquid, and it is moved to the evaporator, in which there is it is kept in the place where we have to provide the cooling effect. So heat is taken from the storage, and as well the working fluid gets converted, it changes its phase from liquid to vapor. This is the how the VCRS cycle works.
Nitin, can you tell me the difference between isenthalpic expansion and isentropic expansion?
Isenthalpic and isentropic
Yes.
expansion. Isenthalpic. Sir, isentropic expansion means that a reversible entropy of the process is not changing, and sir, isenthalpic and isentropic, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
And in isenthalpic, we simply use this, sir, throttling valve, in which the entropy remains constant. In isenthalpic, and enthalpy remains constant, that is called isenthalpic.
Achha, what will
And
happen? Like, suppose, can we use isentropic expansion in VCRS? Normally, we carry out isenthalpic expansion in VCRS.
yes, sir.
Why we cannot? Why we don't use isentropic expansion?
Sir, if we use isentropic expansion, then what will happen that let me show you with the help of a graph, sir. Sir, in case of isenthalpic expansion, sir, as at the point where we are using at this point, sir, am I visible, sir? This is liquid refrigerant. So if we use isentropic expansion, what will happen, sir? The work we are getting isn't as much, because it is governed by the equation W is equal to minus VDP, as the volume of liquid will not be higher, so it is not justifying its cost, sir, if we use turbine or anything that will help in isentropic expansion, sir. That's why we use this capillary tube method and isenthalpic expansion.
Nitin, what is air conditioning? How it is different from refrigeration?
So, in refrigeration, there is a closed space in which we have to maintain lower temperature as compared to the surroundings, sir. But in air conditioning, it is an open. It is not a fully closed surface, sir. Air conditioning is moreover the simultaneous control of air velocity, purity of air, wherever in the refrigerant we are not dealing with the purity of air, anything. in the refrigeration, sir. That's the difference between these. And relative humidity also. There's
Nitin, what is steam jet refrigeration?
steam jet refrigeration. Uh, sorry, sir, I haven't read about steam jet yet.
What about cascade refrigeration?
Sir, cascade refrigeration, what we do is that we couple two refrigerators in series. I mean, the evaporator of one refrigerant is connected to the condenser of the other refrigerant. So it acts as a heat exchanger. This is done to achieve, sir, a lower temperature as compared to the normal refrigerants. And as, sir, there is to achieve this kind of refrigeration, there is a greater pressure ratio, so volumetric efficiency gets reduced. So to keep the volumetric efficiency higher, either we do this multi-stage compressing or this. Yes.
Acha, what kind of refrigeration system we use in cold storage plant?
Cold storage plant.
Mhm.
Sir, vapor compression refrigeration, sir.
VCRS cycle.
Yes, sir.
Acha, what will be the difference, like in the equipment, the components which
Yes,
we
sir.
use in that cold storage plant? You know, in the VCRS which we use in our refrigerators or air conditioners, the expansion device which we use is what? A capillary tube.
Yes, sir.
Then what kind of expansion device we use in cold storage plant?
Sir, firstly, the working fluid there is, sir, ammonia, I think.
Hmm.
And sorry, sir, I can't recall it right now, sir.
What is room sensible heat factor, Nathan?
Sir, room sensible heat factor is the line that joins the room supply conditions to the room inside conditions, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
What do you understand by evaporative cooling, Nathan?
Sir, in evaporative cooling, sir, sir, can I take a guess, sir?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Yes.
exactly what. I
Take your
think
time.
that, sir, the working fluid will get evaporated while taking heat from the storage, and this is called as evaporative cooling, sir.
Just tell me the process, Nathan. You're just repeating the name.
Yes, sir.
Evaporation taking place, that is evaporating cooling. What do you mean by that?
Sir, evaporative cooling. Do you mean psychometric processes, sir?
Acha, how we carry out cooling in desert coolers?
Sir, desert coolers, sir. What we do is,
And why they are known as desert cooler?
sir, what we do in desert coolers is that we increase the humidity of air while decreasing the temperature.
So how the temperature decreases by increasing the humidity?
The temperature decreases while the concept is same as that of wet bulb temperature. I mean, how we measure the wet bulb temperature. The air, what happens is that air is passed through this water, and it it gives the heat to the water, and it gives the heat to the water. Sir, can I explain in Hindi?
Okay, yes.
सर, हवा जो आती है सर, वो पानी के साथ, मतलब जब पानी के ऊपर से फ्लो करती है तो क्या होता है कि सर, वाटर जो है उसका टेम्परेचर लेके, और जो है एवेपोरेशन होती है कि वाटर एनर्जी ले रहा है, तो वाटर की सरफेस से एवेपोरेशन होगा। इससे क्या होगा कि ह्यूमिडिटी इंक्रीज करेगी, एज वेल एज एयर का टेम्परेचर भी डिक्रीज करेगा। तो हम दोनों प्रोसेसेस हो रहे हैं, ह्यूमिडिटी भी इंक्रीज हो रही है और एयर का टेम्परेचर भी डिक्रीज हो रहा
Acha,
है।
why those kind of evaporative coolers are known as desert cooler?
सर, because these are mostly used in deserts, sir, where there is low humidity, and we need to cool it by increasing the air humidity. Humidity, yes, sir.
What is 1 ton of refrigeration?
Sir, 1 ton of refrigeration is the amount of energy required to cool 1 ton of ice, 1 American ton of ice. Uh, I mean, to convert 1 ton of water from water to ice in amount of heat required to
Mhm.
जितनी हीट हमें चाहिए 1 टन पानी को आइस में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए in 24 hours, it is equal to 3.5 kilowatt.
Be comfortable, Nitin. You know
Yes,
the
sir.
things, but have that confidence and clarity. You heard about ASHRAE?
ASHRAE?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I've heard about American Society of Humidity, ASHRAE. American Society of Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, I think, sir.
ASHRAE.
ASHRAE. Yeah, sir, I have heard about it, but I can't
Actually, you heard
remember
about
the name.
comfort charts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell
Sir,
me more about that.
comfort. Sir, it is. सर एस्ट्रे ने जो बताया हुआ है कि कंफर्ट चार्ट्स में ह्यूमन कंफर्ट किस मतलब किन प्रॉपर्टीज को सेट करके ह्यूमन का कंफर्ट कितना वेरी कर सकता है. आई मीन टेम्परेचर मस्ट बी 22 to 26 degree Celsius in which humans are comfortable, and relative humidity is 40 to 60%. और सर इसके अलावा air velocity also plays 1 meter per second. These are the human comfort conditions.
Nitin, what do you understand by 1 BTU?
BTE?
BTU.
BTU. So it is, I think, British thermal units, but
Yes. What is that? How we can define 1 BTU?
sorry, sir, I will read about it. Sorry, I don't remember right now.
Fine, fine. So you heard about central air conditioners, central air conditioning units.
Central air. No, sir. Sorry.
What is HVAC system?
HVAC.
Mhm.
No, sir. I don't have idea about it.
What is VARS?
Vapor absorption refrigeration.
Your voice is not coming, Nathan.
Sir, vapor absorption refrigeration system.
Tell me some of the advantages of VARS over VCRS.
Sir, in VARS, we basically use the low grade energy can be used, and it is used where the cost of electricity is high. I mean, we can use also, we can directly use the energy from the solar radiation to achieve refrigeration effect in VARS. These are basic things. Moreover, we don't need compressor.
In air conditioning system, you heard about AHU.
AHU? No, sir.
Okay. Then my last question to you: what is relative humidity?
Sir, relative humidity is the basically significance is it gives us the amount of humidity air can absorb, means amount of water vapor air can absorb, and relative humidity is given by partial pressure of vapor to the partial pressure of vapor in saturation state.
Okay, Nitin, I think now I can provide you the feedback. देखो नितिन आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग है बट आई डोंट नो व्हाई यू you answered in that manner, like your energy was low, your confidence also was not good in most of the questions. So you need to think actually first, don't take that kind of pressure of the interview. Be very comfortable, Try to recall the
Sir.
things, and very slowly, comfortably, confidently you need to try to answer.
Okay, sir.
Steam jet refrigeration works on what, like, when we inject a steam through a nozzle, the pressure drops
sir.
takes place, and that
Okay.
injection we carry out in a particular chamber, which actually increases the rate of evaporation of what, the water.
Okay.
The boiling point, the vapor pressure, when the boiling
Yes,
is
sir.
going to take place, when the vapor pressure is going to match with the external pressure.
External
So
pressure.
by
Okay.
carrying out the expansion of steam through a particular nozzle, by passing through a nozzle, we decrease
Pressure
the
will
external
drop.
pressure. We decrease the
Yes, sir.
external pressure. External pressure means pressure over the surface of what? Water in a
Water.
particular chamber. So that actually enhances
So-
the rate of evaporation of water. And when
Okay,
water
sir.
evaporates, when water converts from what, liquid to vapor, it is going to take the heat.
Take the heat.
Which heat?
Obviously,
Latent heat
sir.
of vaporization. From where it will take the latent heat? From the its nearby particle. So whatever water
Okay.
is there in the remaining chamber, that will reach to a very low temperature. Are you getting me then? That is the basic
Yes, yes.
working principle of steam jet refrigeration.
Steam jet refrigeration. Okay, sir.
अब 1 ton क्या होता है? It's the amount of heat required to be extracted from 1 ton of water at
Water.
0 degrees Celsius to convert it into 1 ton of ice at 0
At
degrees
0
Celsius in
degrees
24
Celsius.
hours.
Yes, sir. I know. Yes, sir.
अब ये 1 ton क्या होता है? This is 1 US ton.
US ton, yes, sir.
Because this definition was
907
given
kg.
by ASHRAE. ASHRAE बहुत
Yes,
important
sir.
organization है. जो भी comfort charts related है या जो भी refrigeration related standards हैं, these all are provided by ASHRAE only.
Yes, sir.
That is
This much I know.
heating. That is American Society of Heating, Refrigeration and Air
Refrigeration,
Conditioning
air
Engineers.
conditioning. Okay, sir.
तो ये ध्यान होना चाहिए आपको. AHU बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट
sir.
पार्ट है सेंट्रल एयर कंडीशनिंग सिस्टम का, जिसको बोलते हैं एयर हैंडलिंग यूनिट.
Okay,
बड़े
sir.
बड़े लार्ज हॉस्पिटल्स में या आप थिएटर्स में जाओगे, यू विल फाइंड दैट सेपरेट चैम्बर, एयर हैंडलिंग यूनिट, AHU बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट रहता है. थोड़ा सा आपको इसका अंदाजा, आइडिया रखना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है सर.
तो some very simple question you missed, although some questions you answered also correctly, but very clearly you need to highlight, like I asked why we use why not we cannot use isentropic expansion in VCRS. What do you need to say? Like for carrying out the isentropic expansion, we need to attach some kind of expansion
device,
kind of piston cylinder arrangement or turbine.
Yes, sir.
And when because at the end of the condenser we are having liquid actually in VCRS.
Yes, sir.
So liquids are incompressible. So even if a liquid is there at a high pressure, if you carry out its expansion, we are not going to get any kind of significant work out of that.
Yes, sir.
So in that case, the cost of those expansion devices will not be justified if you are using some piston cylinder arrangement or turbine. That's why we go with very simple, cheap expansion device known as capillary tube. And in that capillary tube, there will be no work output. Okay.
Yes, sir. Obviously.
And expansion we will carry out by passing the fluid through a very narrow kind of tube in case of capillary tube. And in large system, we use some kind of expansion valve within, maybe automatic or thermostatic expansion valve. In large system, we use some kind of expansion valve because we need to control the amount of the refrigerant, mass rate of the refrigerant based on the load.
Yes.
Capillary tube we use in a kind of low capacity systems only, where the load is almost fixed, because through capillary tube you cannot change the mass rate of the refrigerant. Are you getting, Nathan?
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा सा ये देख के रखो, अवेयरनेस रखो, आपको आंसर्स आते हैं, यू आंसर्ड मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, बट थोड़ा सा आपने कुछ क्वेश्चंस पे, बेसिक क्वेश्चंस पे मिस्टेक किया. ओके,
ठीक है.
रिवाइज अगेन, एंड इफ यू फील अगेन यू कैन जॉइन एंड फॉर योर snap, maybe RAC or anything else.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nitin, good luck.